Now to begin the next meditation, Bhashkara Shankaracharya is giving an introduction. Punar Brahmavidyam Prakarantar Vakshyami iti Arabhate. Now the Veda, the Vedanta text, starts again. Arabhate. Vakshyami iti Avipraya, with the idea that I should speak about that Brahman in another way. Prakarantarena Brahma Vidyam. Prakarantar means in another way. Brahma Vidyam, the knowledge of Brahman. Punah, I would like to speak again. Bhaksha means I would like to speak or impart again the knowledge of Brahman in a different way, in another way. With this intention, the text begins Arabhate. Not only with this intention alone, something else also it wants to add up over in this special knowledge. What? Gatimcha tadvido. Gatimcha tadvido. Agni vidyancha. Two more things. The path of departure of the knower of Brahman. That path will also be mentioned, which we have also discussed many ways before. The path of mains, the path of gods, Dakshinayana, Uttarayana Marga, Jayaswamireswa Marga and all, isn't it? Those paths will be discussed well over here. The path of departure of the knower of Brahman and also Agni Vidyancha, the meditation regarding to fire. Is to mention, to impart the knowledge of these three things. Now the next part is being begun. And that also in the form of a story. Why? Akhyayika Purva Shraddha Tapasa Brahmitya Sadhata Pradarshanaartha. The story is meant to show as before, Purvat, as before, that Shraddha Tapasaha, faith and austerity, are the disciplines or auxiliaries for acquiring the knowledge of Brahman. So begins the mantra. Upako saloha vai kamalayanaha satyakame javale brahmachari muvasa tasya dvashavarshanyagnin parichachara sahasmanyan ante vasa samavartayagam stagam hasmai vanna samavartayati. Upako saloha vai kamalayana. That's why called as Upakosala Vidya. The Vidya, the knowledge attained by Upakosala, is called as Upakosala Vidya. And this is also Pratik Upasana as before. Because Upasana, we have to discover the path of it. Because by this you are not going to get Jivan Mukti. These meditations. Krama Mukti only. Successive liberation, not immediate liberation. Upakosala Havai, by name, he was Upakosala and is son of Kamala. Kamalayana, Kamala. Satyagame Jabale, Brahmachari Vivasa. Just now we have studied about that Satyagama Jabala, the son of Jabala. By name Satyagama, he has now become a big teacher, a guru, and he has his own Gurukula. He is married also. He went to him and stayed as a celibate, Brahmacharyam Uvasa. Tasya Dvashavarshani Agnin Parichachara. He served. Parichachara means he served. What? Tasya Agnin. The teacher's fires. The teacher is married. He has got son also. There is the Shautagni. The Yajna Mandapa is there. Where the austerities are being done. All the sacrifices are done. In that special room, because you can say in modern life you have to say room. There is no any word for Yajna Kunda in they use an altar. The word is there actually altar. Fire altar. So in that there will be 3 fires minimum or 5 fires also. Here major is 3. Because the Shrautagni, Ahavani Agni, Dakshinagni and Garapatya. With these 3 fires were there. There's Agni, Bahuvachanam here. Tasya Agni. His teacher's fires. He served for how many years? Dvasha Varshani, for complete 12 years. At the same time studying also. He was maintaining the fires, looking after them, serving them. At the same time, he was learning his whatever he wanted to study in the Gurukulam. Sahasma anyan ante vasa samavartayan. But what happened? When the 12 years education completed, service is also completed. Seva and jnana. Both those things completed. But the teacher, without instructing the last instructions and certifying him with graduation, he certified all others. Anyan ante vasana. The other students, affirming graduation of other students. Samavartin. Samavartin sanskar is nowadays what you call this? Commemoration day, something this is. When the certificate is given, the degree certificate is given. A function is given. Convocation. Convocation day. So that is a graduation piece affirmed on the person. Affirming graduation of other students. Tamasmaiva na samavartati. But to him, that's to Upakosala alone, he did not affirm the graduation. That means the last instructions will be given and the graduation is affirmed. That he did not do to him. He did to the rest of all and sent all of them, but he was not being instructed. So what to do? He can't go out of Gurukulam. Because without certificate, what he will do going out? Without the last instruction. Certificate is not only paper here, on a paper writing this and this. These are not used. In those days, this was of no use at all, these certificates. The actual knowledge, that's what in the Shvetiketu also it will happen, you see. He will be asked, has your father instructed everything to you? You are coming as if you are a Brahmajnani into my darbar, in my king's palace. He said, yes, he says. Then he asked 5 questions. He would not answer even a single answer. He could not answer a single question. He said, how you are saying that you have been instructed and you are a graduate? The certificate showing the paper is not acceptable. So that is why here also it is. He can't go. Bhasham. Upakosalo vai namata. By name he was Upakosala. Kamalasya apatyam Kamalayana. The son of Kamala. Satyakame Jabare Brahmacharyam Vasa. He stayed as a celibate at the teacher by name Satyakama was son of Jabala. Tasya ha. The word is meant for Aitiya Artha. It is to indicate a past historical incident. Tasya means Acharyasya, of that teacher. Dvasha Varshnani Agnin Parichachara. For 12 years he served the fires of that teacher. Agninam Paricharanam Krutavan. He had served the fires for complete 12 years. Sahasma Acharya. And that Acharya, so cruel, he did not give any instruction and went away. Anyan Brahmacharinaha, the other celibate students, Swadhyayam Grahitva, after making them acquire the Vedic knowledge, Samavartayan, while affirming the graduation, Tam eva Upakosalam, to him alone that Upakosala, Na Samavartate, did not certify as a graduate smoha. This is a very great sorrowful incident in the history. Pashaga, now the mantra. Tanjayo vacha tapto brahmachari kushalam agnin parichacharin matva agneh paripravochan prabruhyasma iti tasmaiha approachya pravasan chakre. Here the women work in this, in such situations. She comes and tells to the teacher, husband. Tam means to the teacher. Jaya, his own wife, said, Vacha, Tapto Brahmachari. She was knowing and supervising maybe everything, she was organizing things or whatever it is. It came to her knowledge that this Upakosala is not being given the final instructions, he is not being certified by graduation. So she came, approached to her husband, the Acharya, the teacher, and said, this Brahmachari, the celibate, is tapta, is endowed with total austerity. Whatever austerity has to be done by a celibate, he has done it perfectly. Not only that, tapiniya, but he has also done seva. Kushanam agnin parichachara, not ordinary agnin parichachara. He has served the fires very, very well. Mahatva agni paripravochan. Therefore, may not these fire deities admonish you? become angry that because he has done this seva of the fires are pleased over that disciple, and they may become angry that my disciple has not been instructed by this teacher, therefore the teacher will be admonished by those deities. That's why she is telling, Matva, may not you be Agneha Paripravochan, admonished by the fire deities. Therefore, Prabruhi Asmai iti, where she said, please impart the last instructions to this boy. After having heard from the wife, he, the teacher, the husband, but still what he did? Tasmaiha approacheva, without instructing to him, Pravasan Chakre, but he left the home itself. He went to Tirthayatra. Because if he is in the house, and again daily she will be telling, the wife will be daily poking, so morning, evening, afternoon, night, 4 times a day minimum. Why are not imparting? Why are not imparting? Why are not imparting? Injecting day and night. Therefore, it is better don't be here at all. Because he is a Jnani Purusha. He knows how the knowledge has to be given to Upakosala. Because this is very great. His name is, the person is known, well known, Upakosala Vidya. The fire deities will themselves give the knowledge. Bhashya. Tam acharyam jaya vacha. To him means to whom? To the acharya, the teacher. Jaya, his own wife, Uvacha said, Tapto is endowed with all austerity. Brahmachari, the celibate, he has also done, Kushalam is very well, Samyak, in a proper way, Agnin Prichachari, Pricharitavahan, he has served these fires. Bhagavanscha Agnishu Bhaktam na samavartayati. You, revered sir, are you not going to give the last instructions, certify graduation to a devotee of the fires? Agnishu Bhaktam. So Uddalaka is a devotee of the fires. He has done a lot of bhakti by maintaining them. The bhakti seva. He has served very well. He is therefore the devotee and actually a disciple of those deities in one way. Atho, therefore, asmad bhaktam na samavarti iti gyatva tam aganayo ma paripravochan. Therefore, understanding so, what? Asmad bhaktam, our devotee, na samavarteti, this foolish teacher is not giving the last instruction to graduating this boy, having understanding so, gyatva, having known so, tvam, you may be aganayo ma paripravochan. These fires may not admonish you. That's garra tava ma kuryo. May not they insult you. Ataha, therefore, prabruhi asmai vidyam. Therefore, please impart this child, this Uddalaka, with the knowledge that he wishes. Ishtam. Which vidyam? Ishtam vidyam. Because it seems that he was wishing the actual Brahma Jnana. All other students were happy with whatever they got. They were ready to go. But his wish was to attain the total Brahma Jnana properly. That's why knowingly he has not instructed to him. That's why here Bhashkara says Vidya, Tan Vidya. The knowledge that he wished. Because he has already attained many types of knowledge there. Many subjects knowledge he has already attained. Being in the Gurukula for the last 12 years. But he is not happy, or maybe he has not acquired that knowledge which he actually wished. For that he was awaiting this last day. At least the last day, when he is going to give the last instructions to me, I may ask for that knowledge too. Knowing this, the teacher also did not want to give him directly. There was Ishtam Vidyam Upakosalaya, to that Upakosala, without please impart the knowledge that he wishes. Tasma evam jayoktopi, evam jaya uktopi, even having stated so by, spoken of so by the wife also, he, the Acharya, tasmai, ha approacheva to him, to that Upakosala, without instructing. Anuktaiva kinchit, he did not instruct anything, he did not say anything at all. Pravasan Chakre, Pravasidavan, he left the place and went on some pilgrimage. Saha vyadhina anashitum dadre. तम आचार्य जायोवाच ब्रह्मचारिण्यशान किन्नु नाशनासीति सहोवाच बहवै मे अस्मिन् पुरुषे कामा नानात्या व्याधिभिः प्रतिपूर्णोऽस्मि नाशिष्यामीति सह व्याधिना अनशितुं दध्रे he summons he upagosala dadre resolved what to fast anishitum to do fasting fast unto death आजकल भूख हड़ताल व्याधिना but why is doing so vyadhina out of sorrow he felt very bad that am I not eligible to attain what I want. The teacher has rejected me or neglected me and gone away on pilgrimage. He felt very bad of it. Out of sorrow, he started resolved to fast. When many people hear also students, out of sorrow, they resolve to leave the class. They will not go from tomorrow. They feel bad, some statement may be or whatever it is, but they don't even tell also what they are feeling and what not. But they say, I will not come from tomorrow. But it is, some don't say also, they just leave the class. They never come. Out of sorrow, this fellow is doing, he started to fast. He did not leave the Gurukula and thought of something else. But he sat in the Gurukula, in the same place, in that room especially, in that where all the fire altar was. In that particular place only, he sat and started to fasting. Tam acharya jaya vacha. But she is worried now. This fellow, what will happen? If he dies or something happens to him, who is going to reply to his father and mother and all? Tam, to him, Acharya Jaya, the wife of the teacher, Vacha, told, Brahmacharin, oh celibate, Ashana, please take some food. Kinnu nashnasi, why don't you eat? What's wrong with you? So Vacha, he said, nothing wrong. Bahavai me asmin purushe kama. Asmin purushe, in this person, Bhava, there are many, many kamaha, desires. Nana atyaha, which actually force or tend me towards many, many things. Therefore, vyadhi pratipurno asmi, I am filled with sorrows. Nashishyami, thus I will not like to eat until the Acharya comes back or until I attain what I wish to. Saha upagosala. Saha means that he who upagosala. Vyadhina. What is the vyadhi here? Sorrow. Manasena dukkena. Mental sorrow. Anishitum. Anashankartum. Dadre dhritavan manaha. He resolved in his mind not to eat. Tam tushnim agnyagare avasthitam. You see? To him, how was he? He was sitting. Where? Agnyagare. Avasthitam means he was sitting in the place where the fire altar were. Tushnim. How he was sitting there? Silently. Having seen him in that condition, Acharya Jayavacha, the wife of the teacher's wife came and said, Hey Brahmacharin, O celibate, Ashana, please take food, bhungshva, eat something. Kinnu, nu again comes here, vitarka, na? Considering in our mind. Kim, kasman, no, for what reason? Here the reason is for what reason? Kasmat karana. Here no is considering the reason. She wanted to know for what reason you are doing like this. Nashnasi, for what reason you are not eating? Sahovacha, he replied. He means Satyakama, the Upagosala replied to Satyakama's wife. Bahavo, aneke, many. What many? Asmin Purushe. In this human being, there are many desires. You have to construe this bhava with kama, where it's kept apart, at a distance. Asmin Purusha. How is this Purusha? Akritarthe. Not contented. He's not kritartha, he's not contented. He's still, I have to do this, these are my duties, I have to do this, I have to do that. After going from this ashram, Gurukula, I have to go there. My mother and father are old. I have to marry, bring a wife. I have to have a son. I have to do this yajna, that yajna. I have to go to Sargaloka. Many desires are going on like that in his mind. He's feeling that this is my duties, not only wishes. He's feeling them as duties. And I have not fulfilled or completed my duties. Towards my mother, towards my father. There's Rishi Runa is there, Dev Runa is there, Pitru Runa is there. All those debts I have on my head. I have to clear all my debts. So, considering all those duties and debts, he feels himself that I am not contented with what I am at present. That's called as akritarthe purushe. Every human being is in this condition, actually. Prakrite. Every human being is a common man, a layman. Kamaha, ichaha, bahavaha, santi. There were many desires are left back. Kartavyam prati. Desires not only to enjoying things and other things. Regarding the duties itself, the wishes are left over. This is my duty, I have to fulfill this. That wish is there. Kartavyam prati icha. Nana atyayo. The icha, the desire is to perform the duties here. Not to attain worldly things. Nana atyayo. Atigamanam. Nana means many directions, different directions. Tend to move outwards. Atigamanam. Yesham vyadina. Kartavichandana. Due to which these mental sorrows. What is the mental sorrow? Kartavichintanam. Thoughts of the duties. They are called as nanatya vyadaya. The nanatya is a word qualifying vyadaya. Therefore it says nanatya is meaning atigamanam yesham vyadhinam kartavichintanam te nanatya. That is, the mind is being forced or tended to move outwards in the worldly matters so that the thoughts of the duties which are forcing him to become extrovert, that he wants to fulfill to a certain extent, or you can say to perform his duties to a certain extent and clear the debts to a certain extent so that he can get vairagya from the samsara. That is being mentioned by the word nanatya vyadaya. They are called as mental sorrows. This is the mental sorrow in him to perform the duties. That eagerness is there to perform the duty, or the zeal to perform the duty is there in him, but he can't do. Because he has not been given the last instruction, has not been certified with the graduation, and has not let to go out of the Gurukula to his home. Kartavyata aprapti nimittani chitta dukkani tyartha. Therefore, these mental sorrows are caused by the non-accomplishment of the duties. It is not because of his not attaining some worldly things and other enjoyments. Taihi pratipurnosmi. I am filled with them. Ato nashishya. Therefore, I am not going to eat this food. My stomach is full of sorrows. My stomach is full. He is telling. Filled completely. With what? Not roti and dal and pakodi. Filled with sorrows. Therefore, this food is not in need of me at present. Ato nashishyamiti. Kama eva vyadaya. Tikakar says that in the commentary is written. Kama eva vyadaya. These desires are themselves the sorrows. And the desire is what? Only to fulfill the duties. Now the Upadesha from the deities will start. First together they will give impart the knowledge. Then each and every deity will give separately. Altogether 3 deities are there, 3 fires. Avni, Agni, Dakshina Agni, Garapati Agni. 3 fires together and then separately also.